Alright, I think you just missed it. There are some people that walking their dog here and they're just behind the cornfield. We're planning to sleep out in the woods over here and they just told us there's a pack of wolves here. So maybe they're close, maybe they're not close. Oh, but it feels kind of anxious to sleep in the forest with a pack of wolves. We're gonna set up the tent pretty soon. Hope we have a good night's sleep and fingers crossed.
Change of plans.
Yeah, we just heard like a shotgun, a shot, and it was only maybe 200 meters from here.
Yeah. It was pretty serious.
Yeah, it was a serious gunshot.
So we don't feel like sleeping here tonight after all, but it's already like getting dark, so what to do?
I think we're gonna cycle on a few kilometers and then try our luck there.
Whew. Yeah. My heart is beating a little bit.
Yeah, we're 2 kilometers down the road. Yeah, but we'll take it for now.
Yeah, it's so much better than this big, dark, scary forest with wolves and hunters and...
Yeah. Hope to survive the night.
Yeah.
See you guys in the morning.
See you in the morning. Bye.
Yo.
So, first morning in Belgium, first country crossing yesterday, and it is a beautiful morning. We had a much better spot here in the fields compared to the woods where there were these hunters and probably wolves. Oh, but I love these nice misty mornings with the sun coming out. I'm gonna pack up my stuff and then we will find a place for breakfast.
Morning. The world has changed so much since we unceremoniously landed back home from our world tour to the Far East. The new normal we all have to deal with definitely challenged our perspective on life. Finally, we saw the opportunity to fulfill our desire for adventure, choosing the simple lifestyle of touring by bicycle once again to the south of Europe, with Spain as an intermediate destination, with bigger adventures hopefully to come. We just got tipped by this gentleman who told us about a cycling path through the trees, and wow, it's so cool. They made this big structure of these steel columns and they just hoisted up a cycling track in between.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. So it's really time for coffee. I so need it. Man, I'm not awake at all this morning. I really want to quit coffee actually, but I love the taste of coffee.
You're not really successful.
I'm not really successful at all. So getting the stove out, getting the pot. Man, let's get cooking.
Funny dog. Hey! He looks pretty scary, but it's such a sweet thing. And he's huge. It's like a bear.
That guy. You also want coffee? So we got a question of one of our subscribers, how much coffee do we take? And we always have at least one of these ready to go, full pack, and this is a leftover we're gonna use right now to make the coffee.
Do you think we could manage without?
No. This really helps to get this kind of oomph, this awakeness, this, yeah, it's more enjoyable that way. Yeah, it's a kind of a drug. The black gold is ready. Wow. Ooh, very strong.
If we don't take it, we get grumpy at each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and we don't want that, of course. What do you think? Do you need coffee when you are at your morning ritual at home or maybe camping somewhere?
To fix your relationship.
Yeah, could be. Let us know in the comments down below.
So we are just riding out of Luik. It's the first big city that we visit, and yeah, we always like to visit those places, but Luik is not my favorite. It's somehow a little bit gloomy and grim, a lot of high buildings, a lot of traffic going straight through the city. In the daytime it's quite nice, but I'm not sure how it is in the night in some places. But yeah, it was interesting, and I'm quite looking forward to some tranquil riding experience.
So we're now cycling along the Ourthe river here in Belgium. And I have to say, there is a lot of debris here, hanging in trees, almost complete washed up houses at times with sofas and everything in it. Yeah, it's just kind of horrible to see. I'm not sure what's the cause, but we can see that the river level rises from time to time, like really high, like 20-30 meters. You can see damages on houses. So really strange to see, and must be really a nuisance for the people living here. Yeah, I hope that the people find their way around that.
Finally getting into the travel vibe again. It's so much different than being at home, where everything is so convenient, and here it's just everything takes so much more time, especially with the filming as well. It really amazes me how much stuff you do in a day, like waking up is a whole thing with getting away the tent, and then cycling, and then when you're done with the cycling you have to cook your dinner again, and then when you have cooked your dinner you have this little bit of stress to find a place to sleep, and when you're at the place to sleep you have to set up the tent, and when you're in the tent we always do a tick check, which is a whole thing, and then in the end we are so extremely tired that we just like fall asleep, and then it's the next day. We really enjoy it though, and at the end of the day it's worth it. You can see. So yeah, I'm happy that I kind of found my groove again, and let's enjoy the day. Morning everybody. It's early in the morning and it's so pretty out here. We're still riding along the Ourthe in Belgium and it's this really misty morning. It's pretty cold though. We woke up next to the river and we will head to Luxembourg already. So that's a new country for us both, so we're pretty excited about that. Probably there's some climbing. Probably it will be hot in the day, but life can be worse, for sure.
Another exciting moment here. This is the border crossing into Luxembourg, and never been into Luxembourg before. It's so close to home, and well, yeah, here it is. We're now in Luxembourg, country numero 3, and yeah, exciting stuff. So close to home. Been all over the world, never been here before.
Hello.
Procrastinating.
Yeah. Okay. We're doing it. Hello. So if you could choose one place to live for the rest of your life, would it be in the forest, close to the sea, in the mountains, maybe in an apartment in the city?
Wow, that's a super difficult question. All places have their merits. I love the forest, but it can be dark. The sea is great, but yeah, then I would miss more like the forest and all these kinds of plants and everything. In the city, yeah, it's cool to live in the city, but it's also very, very noisy. In the mountains, oh yeah, I love the mountains too. So in a nice small city or village on the seaside with a forest and mountains behind it. That sounds good to me.
I just quickly wanted to touch on a question we get asked quite frequently in the comment section, and that is if we can share our exact route. And to be honest, the answer to that is no, because we don't really track our routes. We improvise day by day, so we never know how the next day is going to look like. In the tent at night we have a quick look at the map to see if there's some nice roads to ride, and we often take off-road sections or the smaller back roads, which sometimes lead into really cool adventures. And of course there are many moments that we just cycle on long and boring stretches, and there just doesn't really happen anything interesting. So we're not planning on sharing our exact route, but we will try to implement a little bit more detail about specific locations when they're worth visiting. What's happening?
Yeah, we just checked for ticks outside of the tent. So we wouldn't have to check inside, but we forgot or we didn't do the feet. So I was checking my feet and I already found 2 ticks. So yeah, that's always You have to watch out because you don't want to get any disease.